Hello everybody, welcome to the kitchen room for yet another show. This time I'm going to do what is called a fruit cake. 3 layers. Hopefully it'll work. It's actually a dessert, as you will see once I get going. So first things first, I'm going to get a pot, a cup which I'm using as a measuring device, and we're going to put 1 3/4 cups of water into the pot. Here comes the interesting bit. First ingredient in this 3-layered fruit cake, which of course is a dessert, is I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons of this stuff. It's called agar-agar. I get a teaspoon. That's again using this as a measuring device. Agar-agar, in fact, is made from algae. I looked up the dictionary on the computer, and the computer told me that algae are sort of microscopic or semi-microscopic things that you get in the ocean. They're sort of slimy and greenish things. Anyway, this is what agar-agar is, but it's the dried version. I think it's dried algae. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 1 slightly heaped teaspoon and another bit. You don't need much agar-agar because it's extremely strong. Right, now what I'm going to do, I'm trying to maintain my position for the camera. I'm going to put it over here, and we're going to bring the 1 3/4 cups of water and the 1.5 teaspoons of agar-agar to the boil. We're going to bring it to the boil. Gas is on there. Put the lid, I can't put the lid on because as we bring it to the boil, I'm going to stir it slowly. Now while we're stirring this slowly, I'll be doing 1 or 2 other things because you don't want to be watching me stirring this slowly for the next 3 or 4 minutes. So we'll stir that carefully and slowly, and in the meantime I'm going to get a mould. Okay, that's the mould in which we're going to make the fruit cake from. More about that in a moment. Again, we have to keep stirring this slowly. Right, now this is coming to the boil there. Give it another stir. And while that's happening, we've got the mould. And now I'm going to pop over to the fridge and get some fruit. This is the gorgeous fruit. This is dragon fruit, which has got a white colour to it. We'll put the mould there for the time being. That's dragon fruit. This is, I have to look at the label. This is the legendary papaya. So dragon fruit, papaya, and we got this fruit which looks like beetroot, but it's another version of dragon fruit. This is red dragon fruit, whereas this is ordinary dragon fruit. So that's they're the fruit that I'm going to, we need to keep stirring this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop up the fruit and then add it to the agar-agar. As soon as the agar-agar reaches boiling point. Dragon fruit, right? You can get them in the local market. This is a close-up of the papaya fruit, and I'll take the cover off a little bit there. There's the close-up of the red version of the dragon fruit. I think this might be the ripened version. either that or somebody has put a lot of colouring into it. So they're the three main fruits that I've used. Right, so I'm going to get the cleaver, which is one of the main types of knife you use here in Thailand, and we're going to chop the fruit into little pieces. And then what we do is we pour the agar-agar over it. Let's get this going. It's nearly coming to the boil. Now we get some papaya, gorgeous juicy papaya. Alright. I want to use this chopping board. It looks very much like beetroot. And just one more bit of dragon fruit. Right. Now I'll put that there. This is boiling. We turn it off. We get the mould. Okay, we're going to get the mould. Keep stirring. And while it's still very hot, we'll pour about 3/4 of the water with the agar-agar. Oops, that's enough. Into it. Now we're going to put the fruit into the agar-agar. Make sure it is very tightly packed. And there's the fruit covered in agar-agar, which of course is a setting agent. All I have to do now, leave it there for 15 minutes. The agar-agar and the water very quickly. I can put a bit more. I'll put a bit more red dragon fruit in. You need to pack it in fairly tightly. If you don't pack it in tightly, the whole thing will fall to pieces. So the fruit, tightly packed fruit, keeps everything together. Right, now we put the rest of the agar-agar in there. And I'm going to put this to the side to leave it set. If it's room temperature fruit, it takes about 15 minutes, but because the fruit is cold, straight from the fridge, it'll be about half that time, 5-6 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to get the coconut milk and the agar-agar. 1 teaspoon of agar-agar. Where's the teaspoon? Don't know where the teaspoon is, I'll have to get another one. 1 teaspoon of agar-agar heaped into the coconut milk, and we stir. So I'm getting this ready. I think we can turn that heat up a bit. So this is for the second layer. Now, coconut milk, 1 full cup of coconut milk. They say to add a bit of water to it to thin it out a bit, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so 1 cup of coconut milk and 1 teaspoon of agar-agar. And again, we just gently stir that. So once this comes to the boil, hopefully this will have set, and I'll pour the coconut over the fruit, which will create the second layer. I'm just checking preparation. The second layer, 1 teaspoon. Yep, that's okay. And this is coming to the boil a bit too quickly. I'm going to turn it down a bit. I turned the fan off, otherwise the microphone will pick up the sound of the fan, which means I'm sweating slightly. Okay. What time is it? It's 20 to 9. That's AM. I was up about 6 o'clock this morning, which is the time I normally get up, because that's the time it gets bright. It gets bright here at 6 o'clock, all year round. Okay, 20 to 9, or 8:40. Try and explain that to a Thai person learning English. It's either 20 to 9 or 8:40. Not to mention the 24-hour clock. While the coconut cream is simmering away there, and the fruit is setting in the agar-agar, I'm now going to start preparing the third layer. Let me introduce you to red grape juice. Okay? I've drank about half it already, so hopefully there's enough left for the third layer of the fruit cake. And we're going to, where's the cup? We're going to fill the cup with grape juice, red grape juice, almost full. Alright, that's the grape juice, and again we'll put a teaspoon, a small level teaspoon of agar-agar. We'll put the grapefruit juice in here. It's quite hot in here at the moment. There's no fan, but not to worry. Right, this is coming on nicely. Grape juice and the agar-agar is beginning to simmer. Gorgeous smell from the red grape juice. Yeah, that's coming up, and what we're going to do now is switch it off, leave it cool down a little bit, and okay, it's a bit hot. Okay, just see, yeah, it is fully set. Right, here we go. Red grape juice on top of these set coconut milk. Here we go. That's it. We leave that for 10-15 minutes. Okay, into the fridge for half an hour, and then we'll top it out of the mold. Okay, we have to chill it a bit, otherwise the whole thing will fall to pieces when you're trying to get it out of the mold. Chilling has the effect of solidifying everything, and everything will stay in one piece. Gorgeous smell. Right, in we go for about 30 minutes. And hopefully, once it's chilled, I'll be able to get it out of the mold without too many problems. I don't want the whole thing collapsing and disintegrating. Here we are. 30 minutes have passed by, and it's the 3-layer fruitcake is nice and chilled. Now, I've got a high density clay plate here, and what I'm going to do, put the plate on top of the mold. Oh no, what I have to do first is use this trowel, okay, to prise the sides a bit there. There we go. Right, now we put the plate on top of mold, turn everything upside down. Yes, it's come out. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. It is quite solid as well. Oh, jeez. Oh. I'll give you a close-up. Here we go. And there's a close-up of the 3-layer fruitcake. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see the fruit on layer 1. And if I go down by the side here, you can see the coconut, the white coconut milk there. And right down at the bottom, moving a little bit closer, slight focusing problem there, you can see the red grape juice. So layer 3, layer 2, and the fruit is layer 1 on a gorgeous high density yellow plate. Right, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say Mahonites, that's it from the kitchen room. Hopefully you've enjoyed this recipe as much as I'm going to enjoy eating the dessert. See you next time. So from the kitchen room, bye bye.